What is ETOPS? What would happen if an aircraft lost an engine? Airlines can fly twin-engine jets from the US mainland to Hawaii thanks to special certifications. It's called Extended Range Twin-Engine Operations Performance Standards, and airlines have made full use of it to send smaller jets on long overwater routes. Alaska Airlines and Southwest rely heavily on the Boeing 737 for their Hawaiian services, while American Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines use aircraft like the Airbus A321neos. Speaking of American, alongside the 777-200 and the 787-8, they also use the A321neos for flights to Hawaii. Before the Neo came along, they operated older A321s, but not all of them were ETOPS-certified. Some had ETOPS 180 approval, while others weren't cleared for flights over long distances without a nearby diversion airport. That distinction became very important on August 31, 2015, when American Airlines flight AA31 took off from Los Angeles to Honolulu on a non-ETOPS-certified A321 by mistake. It happened just 12 days after Americans started using the A321 on the route. The problem was only discovered mid-flight when an employee realized the aircraft wasn't ETOPS approved. American Airlines management was notified and they quickly informed the FAA. Thankfully, the aircraft landed in Honolulu without any issues. But since it wasn't certified for the return trip, it had to ferry back to the mainland without passengers. An American Airlines spokesperson explained, "When we realized what happened, we immediately notified the FAA and began a thorough review of our procedures. Already, we have revised our software to properly identify the correct aircraft operating the correct routes." So, what's actually different between an ETOPS-certified A321 and one that isn't? Not much, actually. You might be thinking there are major structural changes, but that's not the case. The main differences come down to onboard equipment. An American Airlines spokesperson put it this way: "The planes themselves are the same. Same engines, same fuel tanks, same range, all of that. They can go the same distances." There are two small differences in terms of equipment to allow ETOPS certification. Since you can't divert for medical on a Hawaii-bound flight, you're required to carry extra medical oxygen on board and an extra fire suppression canister. Aviation reported that American's ETOPS-certified A321H had auxiliary fuel tanks for extra range in case of a diversion. That contradicts the spokesperson's claim that the fuel tanks are the same. But either way, ETOPS planes also go through more frequent maintenance checks. At the time, American designated its A321 fleet into three categories: H for Hawaii, T for transcontinental, and S for short-haul routes. After the AA31 incident, they started placarding the maintenance logbooks of ETOPS aircraft to ensure pilots could easily identify them. Now, twin-engine aircraft are the industry standard, but it wasn't always this way. Not too long ago, transoceanic flights were almost exclusively operated by four-engine jets. The thinking was simple. More engines meant more backup in case one failed. But as modern turbofan engines have become more reliable, airlines have eagerly swapped out fuel-hungry aircraft like the Boeing 747, Airbus A340, and Airbus A380 for more efficient twinjets. Even though engine failures are rare, regulations require that twin-engine aircraft must be able to fly safely on one engine for a set period to reach an emergency landing site. That's where ETOPS certification comes in. Before a twin-engine aircraft can fly over oceans or remote regions like the Arctic, it needs ETOPS approval from the FAA. For example, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner is certified for ETOPS 330, meaning it can fly as far as 330 minutes or 5.5 hours from the nearest suitable airport on just one engine. The Boeing 777 also has ETOPS 330 certification, while older aircraft like the Boeing 767 only get an ETOPS 180 rating. On the Airbus side, the A330neo is rated for ETOPS 285, allowing it to fly about 2,000 nautical miles on a single engine. Meanwhile, the Airbus A350 has an incredible ETOPS-370 rating, meaning it can in theory fly for over 6 hours on one engine. Looking ahead, we'll likely see more narrow-body aircraft, like the Airbus A321 XLR, flying transatlantic routes thanks to its ETOPS-180 rating. Even the Boeing 737-800 and MAX have ETOPS-180 approval, which is why airlines like Southwest can now operate them between the mainland US and Hawaii. So, if you're wondering just how far a modern twin-engine jet can fly on one engine, let's break it down. If the aircraft is cruising at 575 miles per hour and maintaining that speed, an ETOPS 180 rated jet could fly around 1,700 miles on one engine, while an ETOPS 330 rated jet could go about 3,100 miles, 5,000 kilometers, before needing to land. Stay tuned for more updates, subscribe and follow us on social media for the latest aviation news.